What is going on, people? So we're gonna go ahead and continue to talk about familiars. Now, we've already covered a couple of other ones, that being the military convocation skill and then the assistance payday skill. But we're gonna switch it up here and talk about the economy skilled gold digger. Now that one is going to give you 6 to 12 million gold every single day. Now, unlike the other ones that I covered, unlike the Hellrider and the Hoarder, when you look at the Goblin, which is who we're going to be talking about today, level 10 Gold Digger, it is so much easier to get this to level 10 than these other ones, than the Convocation and the Payday. Now, of course, it makes sense as to why, because first of all, you can use this every single day. There's not like a 3-day cooldown, and also this isn't necessarily giving you tier 4 or a chance at like a gold jewel, but this is actually so underrated, because if you really think about it, this gold digger skill from 6 to 12 million gold a day, that basically means that if for some reason, let's just say that the RNG gods just absolutely hate your guts and you just get the 6 million every single day, that means that the minimum that you can get as far as in a month's time for gold off of this familiar is 180 million gold. That's the minimum. I want you to think about that. Now, if for some reason you just hack the game and just break something and you get 12 million every single time, you can get up to 360 million gold a month. Now, to some people, especially those that just blow through resources, that may not seem like a lot, but especially to those that are still trying to do a bunch of research, that are still trying to unlock the T4, etc. I remember the days where like 100 million gold seemed like this insane amount of resources that I would have to gather forever, it seemed. But with Gold Digger, that's something that you can get passively. You don't even have to worry about it. Now here's the thing. For Gold Digger, you do have to get to tier 3, but as I've come to find out, getting to tier 3 isn't necessarily very hard, especially even if you're free to play. So even if you're free to play, even if you don't have much actually put into your familiars, this Goblin skill is invaluable just for research purposes, for training troops. I mean, gold is pretty much used everywhere. There is another one that actually goes fairly well with it that I am going to be taking up fairly soon, and that is the Evil Weevil and Gather Round. At only level 1, it says get 4 hours worth of resources. I actually want to take a look and see how much that would give you max grade. I think is he a 1B? No, he's a 2. Where is he? Evil Weevil. Okay, so level 10, get 4 hours worth of resources with only a day of cooldown. So if you use this along with the gold, you might actually get even more than 360 million. Now, here's the thing. When you start doing resources, and this is something that I am actually noticing, because a lot of these familiars, like for instance, there are familiars that'll boost your resources in general. Let me see if I can find a couple here, like right here, timber production. So there's a lot of like production ones, right? There's the ore production, so those are good, especially if you're like a hyper. But there is no familiar that would give you that resource specifically. So that's where the Goblin is actually a bit different. Not only does it give you the gold, you also have the gold production, and you also have Harvest Frenzy, which is gathering speed, which means that this familiar is for those that love to gather or do anything that resembles like gathering resources. This is a really good familiar for you. I was actually looking at the academy, right, and everything that you can research, and I started to think, you know, eventually, and I've been generally pretty good at predicting these things, but eventually what IGG might start doing is that there might be some new familiars introduced that would have to deal with mana, or anima, I should say, not mana. But yeah, like anima production gives you X amount of anima per day, etc. I can see IGG adding more familiars that would have to do with anima, maybe even tomes. Who knows? I mean, the amount of possibilities that you have from familiars and the different things that they can do, yeah, because right now these level 5s, they're pretty much more towards like rallying and stuff, which makes sense because those are the people that you know, that would spend a bunch of money on it. But if they start coming out with some more level 3s and level 4 familiars, I could definitely see them putting more stuff towards anima. So I guess we shall see what the future holds. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Do not underestimate the freaking gold digger. Oh, by the way, before we go, let me go ahead and use it. Do we get 6? Do we get 12? I'm gonna say we're gonna get probably somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna go with like 9. Let me know if you were right. 9 million? Wow, okay, well, wow. Wow.